Let's get into the biggest developments going down in the college football world. We've had some major ones that went down over the weekend. Let's get into it. We'll start with linebacker Isaiah Williams flipping out of Gainesville. I mean, come on. Who isn't at least a little indecisive? Like, who doesn't test a car before you buy it? Everybody likes a good test drive. Who doesn't stroll through the mall when you go to the food court and get all the free samples you can before eventually buying something? Well, that's what Isaiah Williams is doing with his recruitment, and I can't blame him. I mean, look at this. Commits to Louisville, November 23rd, decommits January 24th, commits to Syracuse. Stayed there from April until August. He commits to the in-state Florida State Seminoles from September to November. Then he commits to Florida this offseason. It was a short stay, March to May. He flips that commitment to Ole Miss. Yes, for those scoring at home, he's made 5 decisions. But who's to limit him to 5? I mean, hey, we got to try them all. So, who do you ultimately think? Because I'm just going to go on record here. I don't think Isaiah Williams signs with Ole Miss. I think it's probably more likely he signs with somebody like a Georgia or maybe even a Colorado. So you guys let me know. Where do you think Isaiah Williams goes for his 6th? Will it be only 6? I mean, maybe it could be 10. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Moving on. USC takes the number 1 spot. I know Trojan fans have been waiting for this a while, but USC has established themselves as the top recruiting program in the country, and it happened earlier this week. But even since jumping into that number 1 spot, the Trojans have gone crazy, getting commitments from Elbert Hill, Kenye Pepe, Roderick Tizeno, Luke Weaver, have all committed to the Trojans this week, and USC's not done. I mean, they do have 27 commitments, so you'd think they'd be filling up, but I'm expecting another 7 to 8. Remember, we've been talking on this channel about USC recruiting. Scott Schrader from WeRSC, he said he expects them to take up to 35. So currently at 27, of course, there'll be some defections, but even still, there's room for more. All right, Notre Dame is on a heater, and they have been really since April 1st. Notre Dame currently sitting with 14 commitments in the 2026 cycle, top 5 class. And then on Saturday, they beat rival Michigan for one of the top running backs in the state of Texas, Javian Osborne, a top 150 overall prospect. He is committed to Notre Dame, and he is the 7th commit to the Irish since April 1st. And Notre Dame's not done either. They're still looking to add more. We could see them add an elite wide receiver, a tight end, some more on the offensive line. So there's still some big pieces yet to come for Notre Dame recruiting. All right. Number 1 quarterback commits on Monday. This is the headliner. 5-star quarterback Jared Curtis is set to announce his college decision this Monday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. It goes down, and his mother, Barbara, over the weekend told Steve Wiltfong that Jared is still undecided between Georgia or Oregon. Those are the finalists, but one of the biggest developments of this week was the final face-to-face meetings with both coaching staffs. Both UGA and Oregon, Will Stein and Mike Bobo, went in-home Tuesday and Wednesday to meet with Jared Curtis one last time face-to-face. Now, the last face-to-face meeting, but I would assume he's still fielding phone calls and texts, and the former UGA commit is now in decision-making mode. Yes, for those that are just tuning in late to recruiting, Jared Curtis was previously committed to Georgia. Now, he reopened his recruitment last fall. He's been high on Georgia. I mean, he hasn't named them his leader, which he has done with Oregon. He has publicly said that Oregon leads. Now, I don't think he said that recently, but coming off that decommitment from Georgia, there was a time when he was publicly saying that Oregon led. Now, he's been to Georgia a bunch. He has relationships with that staff. I'm not counting out the Dogs. Heck, I might be leaning toward the Dogs, as we're less than 24 hours away. I mean, Athens is very close to home. And what about that red Corvette? I'm always thinking about that red Corvette. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, I don't know who spends 6 figures on a car that is colors of the team they're not going to, but we'll have to see if that makes a little bit more sense after tomorrow's announcement. What do you guys think? I mean, if there's things in his recruitment that are telling beyond just naming Oregon as leader, what do you think they are? I mean, the number of visits that he took, what do you think are the deciding factors? Which way do you think Jared Curtis is leaning? The number 1 recruit in the state of Tennessee, the number 6 overall prospect in the On3 industry rankings. Now, On3 slots Jared Curtis a little bit higher, number 3 nationally. But by the time this show rolls around next, when we come back on the air on Wednesday, he'll be committed. But to where? You guys let me know. Comment section below.